What's going on, sunshine? Let's go ahead and get into your ancestor message. Spirit, a crisis. Okay. So you could be dealing with a crisis during this time when Spirit is preparing you for some unexpected changes. Something may end up throwing your day off. This could be some news that you may end up receiving. This could also be some news pertaining to another family member. Maybe you find out that this person is dealing with a crisis and it can throw you into kind of like crisis mode. You're trying to help figure things out for this person. Make sure that you're doing your spiritual cleansings. This could be utilizing rainwater to cleanse the home. This could be utilizing your essential oils or a humidifier. For some, this could even be saging, may be important. Okay, especially if you find yourself butting heads with other people, or if you're trying to open the roads and you feel as if there are some blockages. If you have some blockages in your home, that's also going to be a confirmation. Moment that you start doing some cleansing work, things begin to flow easy. It's about the ebb and flow in your life, baby. All right, so what you need to know. Spirit wants you to look at your milestones. You have a lot to celebrate. Look at all of your achievements thus far. This is the time for you to see the progress that you've been making in your life. Acknowledge that progress that you've been making. I do feel as if there are personal accomplishments up ahead. Look at this bottom of the deck, saints. So you have some saints that are fighting your spiritual battles. You may also recognize signs of spiritual warfare. You got the gift of knowing what's going on. You just don't have any proof. Some of you guys are trying to figure out who's doing you dirty behind the scenes, especially if you're noticing blocks in your life. You notice things are not flowing as easily, or you're not attracting the things that you truly desire and want. Yeah. Return to sender. Some of you guys are doing some return to sender. Some of you guys are also writing that on mail. You do have somebody around you. This person is acting nice, genuine. They act as if they live a spiritual or a holy life. However, it's a part of this person's strategic game. And again, I do pick up on, you know what's going on. You may even know that this individual is mentally unstable. I do feel like the second level of someone's home is going to be extremely warm. That's going to be a confirmation to this message. If this person lives on one level, then their bedroom is going to be extremely warm. I'm also picking up on there being a fire in someone's home. Return to sender. It's going to be a confirmation that that person was doing some things behind your back. This person may also know that you have a lot to celebrate. They may be looking at your achievements in life and they are seeing progress in your life. So here they are trying to be a saint. Now the song that's playing is Signs of Love Making. So I am picking up on someone looking for signs of who an individual is talking to, if someone is in a relationship or they have a sexual connection with another person. You know how to play the game, though. You know how to keep a poker face. Poker face is going to be key. I'm also getting a visual of the Joker. So that may be a confirmation if that comes down your social media reel. That you have to be strategic. You know what's going on. You know somebody is trying to do some shady shit behind your back. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Your spiritual team got your back. And you have saints, high vibrational ancestors, spirit guides that are fighting your battles. Now, I also feel as if those of you who have been doing spiritual work and you have been utilizing the saints, we also know that the names of the saints may change based upon your spiritual practices. But if you really start to research, you'll realize that Even though the names may change, it's still the same energy. It's still the same saint that an individual is utilizing. When it comes to spiritual warfare, you have two people who may practice two different types of spirituality, but they're utilizing the same saint to fight their battle. And I do pick up on someone being upset, because it's like the spirit that they are using to battle another person keeps coming back to them, doing them dirty. Every time that spirit comes back. So it would be like a practitioner who has done some spiritual work to attack another person, not realizing that that person is utilizing the same saint. The saint's name is just something different within that person's spiritual practice or religious beliefs. So when that person utilizes that spirit, that energy, that saint, the energy comes back full force with problems for the practitioner that originally did the spiritual work to attack the other person. And I do feel as if that practitioner is upset. They like, damn, the Orisha or the deity or the saint that I'm using is not working. Like every time I use this saint, some bad shit ends up happening. Things backfire. And they're right. It is. But see, the other person who is using that same saint based upon their religious or spiritual practices, they're being strategic when they utilize that saint to communicate for them. I hear it's not what an individual does, it's how they do it. Okay. So, Spirit is wanting you to look at your milestones. All of the good shit you done did. Some of you guys, the holiness of your lifestyle. You may have gone through a spiritual pruning where you cut off bad habits, negative or old mindsets. This could even be people, even habits. And you look at how far you have come. What can you celebrate? What can you be proud of? What does Spirit want you to keep doing, honey? Spiritual guardian. Pay attention to spirits around you, spirit animals, your earthly protectors. A lot of you guys may be seeing birds. An owl could also be significant. You could end up hearing an owl hoot. That's going to be a confirmation of your protection, as well as some of you guys may be working with Hecate. You also have a spiritual guardian that has spiritually metamorphed into an animal in order to communicate with you. And for some of you guys, again, it could be a bird. You may notice animals flying over you or following you. Animals flying over you, birds flying over you, and animals following you. Okay. I also feel as if you seeing those signs, they are a confirmation. The Spirit wants you to look at how far you've come. Spirit wants you to celebrate your accomplishments. Look at this, bottom of the deck, soul traveler. So it's a spirit that's coming to see you, honey. Pay attention. What you need to work on. They have also left you in charge of, you're a guardian. This could be over specific people. So naturally you have this instinct to want to protect individuals. But that's because of your spiritual guardianship. You signed up to do that before you even came to this life. And this could even be connections where you yourself at times, you're like, I don't know why I want to advocate for this person, why I want to stand up for this person. That is because there are spiritual ties And you have taken an oath to watch out for that person in this life. So what are you needing to work on? Feeling like you were in the dark about a situation. This path is unknown. You're not sure where it leads. This could also face you to force your fears. Spirit is also wanting you to separate yourself from the crowd. For some of you guys, this path that you are on, yes, it's unknown, but it is also a path where you may find yourself venturing on it alone. Only a few people are meant to walk this journey with you. I do feel as if Spirit is going to start to introduce you to new things, new ideas. You see the growth. But you're also in the wilderness when dealing with this path. So at times it may feel like you're wandering. You're lost. You don't have any direction. 1111 is going to be your confirmation. Bottom of the deck, Black Widow. Okay. Vice of a Villain. For some of you guys, you may end up doing some interviews. I also feel as if the power of perception is making someone look great in society's eyes when they're nothing like they post to be. Okay. 1212 is a confirmation. Financial blocks that may be coming out of left field. So issues with money. Okay. You may also notice increased screen time on your phone. That's going to be a confirmation. Spirit is wanting you to focus on your finances. How can you protect yourself from the situation? True blood. Okay. So you are the survival of a legitimate royal bloodline. You are the prophecy. And the prophecy will be fulfilled. I also feel as if this could even be family members. People that you have a blood connection to. They may end up coming in and saving the day. Art of war. Some of y'all are at war with these individuals. Some of you guys could have gotten into arguments with these individuals. Could be fighting. But I also feel like when times get tough, these are the same individuals. They will be there, no question. Now, if you are doing an interview or you're in front of the camera or you get a lot of attention online, you have individuals that are blood family members that are watching you. They're looking at your milestones. So these are the individuals, they may not say anything, they may not like the post, but they definitely give you views. They definitely look at how many views you've gotten. You can also protect yourself from this situation by connecting with your ancestors. For some of you guys, a confirmation will be finding keys. The Spirit has given you access, skeleton keys, to realms where there is hidden information. You have the key, you just got to use it to unlock the door. Your ancestors are protecting the vision. I do pick up on big headdresses. I also pick up on individuals wearing bonnets. That's going to be a confirmation. You're needing to connect with your ancestors so that they can help you leave that legacy that will legitimize your royal bloodline. This is about survival. Let's look at your career and where it's headed. The Seance. Some of you guys may feel like you have individuals attacking you in your career sector. There could be a meeting called. And I feel as if you're needing to call on your ancestors before you walk into that meeting. There are conversations that are being had about you behind closed doors. You're completely in the dark about some things. Again, the path is unknown. Sacral chakra. Okay. For those of you that are practitioners or business owners, or you know that you have someone who practices spirituality, or they do some type of root work, you may know that you're needing to protect your ideas, protect your personal information and what you got going on, because you do have individuals who may be communicating with mediums, who may be conjuring spirits. Somebody has also got somebody who is doing a whole group ritual to try to block their blessing. Cause issues when it comes to your creativity, creative thinking, the flow of ideas. If this is regarding family members, you got a group of chicks who've been talking shit about you. And your ancestors, look at this, been standing right there listening to the whole conversation. I also feel as if people have been making shit up about spirituality because they are unaware of the journey. The path is unknown to them. But they also recognize how far you have come when it comes to that peace, that healing, that tranquility. Yeah, they talking shit behind closed doors, but they cannot deny the changes within your life. And you are one of the few in your family members. It's like you were the last of your bloodline who is truly connected, who's truly tapped in. Everybody else is looking for validation and attention. They're too busy with the phone stuck to their face to go within, find themselves, to find source. And these individuals, they sit around and they talk shit. It's a group of them, okay? I feel like these individuals are lost in life. And your ancestors are wanting you to be aware of this. These individuals constantly talk about your aesthetic. They may talk about your love life. They may talk about who you in a relationship with or the people that you've had sex with. I also feel as if a woman's facial features. You may have big lips or a big nose. These individuals are constantly talking about these things. And if this is like some men, they're very vulgar when it comes to women. When it comes to the shape of an individual's lips. So let's take a look at your milestones. What do you need to know? Things are up in the air right now. You're waiting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you are in the wilderness. But you will have spirit animals confirming what it is that you need to be aware of. You have birds flying over you. Look at your situation from a higher perspective. There are also messengers. So the color of the bird or the type of the bird may bring a message as well. If you're seeing cats, you know, that may bring a message to you, especially pertaining to feminine energy. You're going to end up hearing, when you see a cat, that's going to be a confirmation that you're going to end up receiving some communication from a woman. Pay attention to dogs if you start to see a lot of dogs around or dogs coming up to you. Not if you have a dog. I'm not talking about your own pet. I'm talking about if you notice dogs are just coming up to you. Confirmation pertaining to your best friend. And for some of you guys, this could even be two friends. They're loyal to you. They're very protective of you. I do pick up on these individuals being loud, fun. Somebody also likes to talk shit. They could be a little sarcastic. But they are definitely on your spiritual path. This could be someone who gives you advice, provides you with personal guidance. This is someone who is a spiritual guardian. So they agreed to do this life thing with you. Okay, now look at this. All of that was about to come out. Things are stable, I can see that. I see you trying to get some rest, but that's just way too many cards. Spirit, clarify milestones. Oh, goodness. Look at all of these cards. 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups. The reason for the reconciliation is because someone had to face the truth. They now have clarity. 10 of Cups, baby, you bring happiness. You bring the 10 of Cups. The truth is what's separating you from dealing with specific energies and people. Okay. A reason why somebody coming back around, why somebody wants to celebrate with you guys, for some of you guys, is because they recognize your milestones. Look at this, an injustice. So why does this person feel as if they didn't get justice? But yet here they are kicking it with you. Here they are toasting and celebrating you. Your milestones. The truth. You have more to offer than what that person is willing to invest within the connection. You bring 10 of Cups, all they got to offer is 3. Libra energy, there's a lack of balance within a relationship. Someone feels as if they don't get justice within this situation because of your milestones. You know, this is like an individual who was telling you at one point in time, like, oh, your ideas, okay, they would never work. When it comes to spirituality, oh, you tripping, you crazy, you off your rocker, because they weren't certain about this path. It was something that was foreign to them. So instead of them exploring it, or even admitting that they were afraid to uncover whether or not their beliefs were valid. Because if we're being honest, that's what it's really about. This person knew that their beliefs had no validity when you began to start questioning their behavior. For example, if this was someone who was in the church. Questions as simple as, so when is Jesus coming back? Because the truth of the matter is most people gonna die before Jesus come back. And then we could go a little deeper and say that if Jesus was already here, no one would even recognize who Jesus truly was. Because Jesus is still crucified today, just as Jesus or Yeshua, however you pronounce it. We're not about to get into that, okay? We're not. But if Jesus was here today, Jesus would still be just as crucified today as back then. So the true chosen one is the one that's seen as an outcast. But then when you question why certain family members treat others like black sheep and outcasts, but according to their belief, they're supposed to love everybody. Everybody get all uptight because now your questions force them to look at the truth of the matter. You ain't crazy no more, huh? I guess you learned some things on that path that was unknown, that spiritual journey. You've come very far when it comes to your milestones. You can be at peace with some shit now, where others are still struggling to find that peace. Not recognizing where they have been enslaved because of the things that they are wanting to hold on to out of fear. Until you step on the scene and make them question every fucking thing. And now here they are talking about your sexual experiences, which actually shows their heart, or even the people that you dated. It shows their heart. It's like if you sin differently from somebody, they quick to point it out. Not realizing their own sin. But when it comes to looking at your milestone, Spirit said you got a lot to celebrate. You also have a reconciliation. And the reconciliation, it's not meant for the two of you to come together, to be one, to be best friends, to get back to kicking it again, to be lovers. Whatever your situation is, the reconciliation is not for that purpose. It is to bring you clarity and truth. And I do feel as if when it's all said and done, you're in that 10 of Cups energy. You happy because now you know. I do feel as if contracts may end up being broken. I do feel as if someone ends up getting justice in a situation that wasn't justified, or where you felt like things were one-sided. See, for you, it's justice. For them, it's an injustice. Because again, it forces someone to face their truth. Your milestones, how far you have come, forces someone to face the fact that they didn't do anything with their time, effort, energy, or their life. Baby, that is a harsh reality for some, especially if that person is older than you. Look at how far you have come. And you're not even half that person's age. Some deep shit, baby. What can be celebrated, okay? Spiritual guardian. Someone can get into foster parenting, kinship, adoptions. Look at this. Queen of Pentacles. You're stable. You're being practical. Whether you are earth sign or not, you are embodying this earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And that can also be something that is celebrated, especially if you have a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn in your life. You also have these individuals who are proud of you. And I do feel as if an earth sign is your spiritual guardian. But you may be confused at times. You also got somebody who got options when it comes to watching you. Somebody's utilizing a fake page, trying to figure out where the fuck you done went, especially if you're not as active or present on social media as you used to be. Child, they checking for you. And then you have a spiritual being. At times you may be confused whether or not that bird that has flown up to your window is an ancestor. You're confused when you see specific animals coming up to you. They got options to communicate with you. But I see that there is confusion. So to clear up any confusion, earth energy. They're wanting you to be practical. Okay. A bunny rabbit may also be significant. That is going to symbolize abundance coming your way. So what you need to work on, the path unknown. You like, shit, if I know, hell. Waiting. You waiting for everybody else to make a move before you make a move. What is you waiting for? You may also be waiting to see if other people are going to join you on this spiritual journey. What is you waiting for? Every man for himself, baby, and God for us all. Some of you guys may be trying to introduce or pass information to other individuals about this journey. You're trying to educate them because they don't know. Some of y'all are even waiting for these folks to educate themselves. But you cannot ignore the ignorance. And if an individual has not made a conscious decision to grow for themselves, even when you pass them the information, they're not going to utilize it in the vibrational way that you intended. They may utilize it to talk shit. You know, it's like when you send a specific reel to somebody, they may utilize it to talk shit. But they don't take the information that they received from the reel and apply it to their life. Look at this. Look, bottom of the deck. You on this journey alone, honey. It's just you. For some of you guys, the blessing was just for you. The calling is just for you. You are the last one in your bloodline that may be a healer, that may be a seer. Your bloodline survives through you. For those of you who have children, grandchildren, it's passed down to them. But they've got to tap in. And I do feel as if one of them is going to tap in, but it's going to be a friend that actually introduces them to spirituality. Even if they've seen you do it 100 times. It may even be someone that they have a sexual relationship with that introduces them into spirituality, spiritual laws, practices. Vice of a villain. It's coming out of left field. Oh, you about to catch on to some shit with a Scorpio. Look at this. Online, this could also be someone who may be heavy set. Oh, they want to get justice. Because this person, they want stability. They've been waiting a long time also to get justice. This person is waiting for you to be slipping on your pimping. They're waiting for you to get comfortable. Vice of a villain. I instantly heard what goes around comes around. And what's back on the bottom of the deck? This Scorpio. Okay. Fate. What is going to happen will happen. There are fated meetings. I also feel as if someone is trying to, this could even be like repost something that you may have posted. I'm also picking up on an individual having some issues watching. This could be like a reel or some type of movie on their phone. It's like it just keeps spinning and spinning, trying to pick up a signal. Death card. I do pick up on an individual who also wears like a big face watch. They like to wear it on social media. You got somebody really watching your social media page. Come on. Look at this. It's family. You are the last in your family, and you're so loving and genuine and charming. Okay. You love to help people who are less fortunate. You be on that shit. Look at you. Soon as you hear somebody ain't got something or they in need, honey, you quick to go and get it. It's not too many people in your family like that. And go into seance to clarify the message. Your career. Some of you guys have also been called to be a medium. You may be skilled at conjuring spirits. You may also be called to facilitate group rituals. This could also be bringing groups together. World card. You have a job online, working online. Now, for those of you, you had somebody who was trying to do some spiritual work to attack you. That's going to be shut down. That's coming to an end. The seances in Aquarius season is coming to an end. It could be an Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Scorpio. Yeah. Look at this. Shit's good for you. Shit's good for you. Stable. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race is what I hear. But you may be called to working online, working on a computer. You have spirit support. And you may also end up doing spiritual readings, being a medium, talking to spirits from all around the world. You may even have the ability to conjure spirits from different cultural backgrounds. A lot of major arcanas. Wheel of Fortune, Justice card in reverse, and the World card. Now, for those of you, you got somebody who want to spin the block and reconcile, it's only because they're watching your social media page. They're looking at your milestones. If you have a website, okay, these individuals are looking at your website. That's going to be a confirmation. You are the Ten of Pentacles. This is about legacy. This is also about retiring. Some of y'all may end up retiring your family members or putting them in a good financial position. But see, you are the last one within your family who even has that mentality. The one where it's like, I know I can't take this shit with me. Let me set up the next generation. You also have Master number 33 will be a confirmation. 10-10, a confirmation. And you got two beautiful 10s. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. You being happy with your inner circle. Happy with your savings. With your retirement for some. And look at these. Look at this family member, though. Wanting to come back around. Let's find out the truth. Because look at this. Somebody want to come back around and they feel like they got injustice. So let's find out. Chill. Let's get some tea. This person sit on their phone all fucking day. Honey. They can tell you everything that's going on in the world, but can't tell you what's going on spiritually. Can't tell you where their soul is going. These individuals are not even willing to do the work. And you could even look at near-death experiences just to get a glimpse of the other side before you even get there. Because what happens if you get to the other side, honey, and everything that was preached to you in the land of the living, you find out was a fucking lie. Talk about face cracked, honey. Because this side of life is not forever. The spirit, though, is eternal. So imagine going your entire life basing your belief of God off of what somebody else has told you. And then you get to the other side to find out that what you were told was not the truth. Talk about a face crack. But this person can tell you everything that's going on in the world. They can tell you what's going on with every celebrity, what's going on in everybody's household. And y'all gonna end up reincarnating with the earth sign. They're gonna be a family member. They don't feel like they got justice in this life with you. In the end, they're not gonna feel like that. And this could even be this person wanting to right their wrongs. But I do feel like for some of you guys, you don't even want a spiritual contract with this person when it comes to a reincarnation. They want one with you, but you done. You closing that chapter. So look, earth sign going through a midlife crisis. You didn't caught on. Look at this. You peeping game. You didn't caught on. Wheel of Fortune. You also know that this person is trying to copy you. Fuckboy vibes. Graveyard dirt. Spiritual protection. This person may say that they're trying to protect you. I do see a fuckboy taking some shit to the grave. On a spiritual level, it is a fuckboy who's literally taking some shit to the grave. Doing spiritual work. But you are spiritually protected. And if you got a fuckboy who want to spin the block spirit, it's like, hell no, this person is an energy vampire. They're trying to pressure you. Spirit is wanting you to focus on your self-care. Because there could definitely be some secrets pertaining to a love child. Okay, especially in somebody's text messages. So midlife crisis. There's also an earth sign who got a tendency of fucking with a fuckboy. This person's going to reincarnate with you in the next life. Okay, y'all definitely got, that's what that justice card is in reverse. Y'all have some unfinished business. Could be dealing with a Libra. This person could also, their weight may be up and down. I feel like this person is on the thicker side. 10 of Pentacles. Look at this. Family secrets. Caught up. Somebody's spontaneous behavior. You know what's going on with your family. Like, somebody think that they could just get shit over on you. Like, you don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. But that's because you don't call an individual out. They think they getting away with some shit. Honey. That person is not confessed, okay? They haven't confessed to some shit that they said or did, but they are not connected to the streets. They don't know nobody. This individual is telling you that they know folks. They don't know no fucking body. They got the hookup. They don't have the hookup. This person could even have the mentality of a man. This woman. This person's going through an identity crisis as well. This person is definitely in their feelings, their emotions. Justice in reverse. Look at this. What's the tea? So this person feel like they didn't get all the tea. They want to know more. So they're going to spin the block to get more information on you. It's like they want you to confess these things to them. They don't feel like they got justice. So even if you made small talk with this individual, they're not satisfied. They're going to come back. They're going to try to get you to talk to them again, get you to open up, may send you something, TikTok reel, Facebook reel, get a reaction out of you, get you to respond to them. Spirit said protection mode. Protection mode. Honey, you more connected than that person. All that person is connected to is sexual experiences. This is someone who relies on their sexual partners, and they have been for a long time. Honey, want to come back around, want to know what's the tea for you. Shit, let's talk about the tea for them. I mean, when was you going to tell us you was hoeing? Honey? They had the nerve to be sitting around having all these conversations pertaining to your love life and who you was sleeping with, or if somebody cheated on you, who they was sleeping with, honey, but I ain't telling the secrets about what's going on in their life. Shit. And I also feel as if you're going to have somebody who actually is very protective of you. They're going to notice some red flags. This person may come to them having a conversation about you or bring you up, and that person is going to go into protective mode. They're going to protect your name when you're not in the room. Because why is everybody minding your business? Honey, world card. Clarify the world card. Tribe vibes. You're getting closure. Another confirmation will be a sign that you see from a homeless person. They could even end up saying something that just kind of stands out. I feel like this person is a true, authentic messenger. Hebrews chapter 13 is also significant, okay? It's about entertaining angels. And for some of you guys, this person don't even realize that they've entertained an angel. An earth angel. But I do feel like when they are around you, they notice the signs. All right, boo. Y'all have a wonderful night. Love you. Bye.